Hello students, here we have a question from jeeadvance 2017 from quadratic equations wherein p, q are the integers and alpha, beta are the roots of this equation. They are unequal roots and for whole numbers n, a subscript n is as shown. Now based on this paragraph there are two questions here which we have to answer. The first one says if a4 is 28 what is p plus 2q, and the second one asks for only a12. We start by saying alpha is a root of the equation, so alpha squared minus alpha minus 1 must be 0. Further, we multiply the whole equation by alpha power n. Since alpha is not 0, so alpha power n is also not 0. As a result, we get an expression like this, alpha power n plus 2 minus alpha power n plus 1 minus alpha power n is 0, which can be written like alpha power n plus 2 equals to alpha power n plus 1 plus alpha power n, and similarly for beta also we can write. Now multiplying the first equation by p and second by q and adding the two equations, we get this relation. Why we've done this? Because you've already been given an expression of this kind. So we get a subscript n plus 2 equals to a subscript n plus 1 plus a subscript n. This a subscript n is the same which is given in the question. Now we'll use it by putting n equals to 2 so that we get a4 is equal to a3 plus a2. Now we should understand that this can be used for any values, whole number values of m. So a3 further can be written as a2 plus a1 and a2 can be written as a1 plus a0. Once again we write a2 as a1 plus a0. So finally we get the result as 3 times a1 plus 2 times a0. Putting the values of a1 and a0, you get 3 times p alpha plus q beta plus 2 times p alpha power 0 plus q beta power 0. So now we rearrange the terms and write it like this: 3 alpha plus 2 times p plus 3 beta plus 2 times q. Now alpha and beta are the roots, so let's evaluate the value of a4, putting in the values of alpha and beta from the equation we know. Taking alpha as 1 plus root 5 by 2 and beta as 1 minus root 5 by 2, the expression for a4 becomes like this. You can simplify it further so as to get the equation in the form of p and q. So a4 is 7 by 2 times p plus q and 3 root 5 by 2 times p minus q, which is equal to 28 given in the question. We write 28 as 28 plus root 5 times 0, so that we can now compare the rational and irrational parts. So 7 by 2 p plus q is 28 and p minus q would become 0. So from this we get the values of p and q as 4, and therefore we can answer the question now. P plus 2q will be equal to 12. Which is the option A given in the question to us, which is 12. Let's go to the second question now, which asks for the value of A12. For this, we go back to the recurrence relation that we have found earlier in this question. You might remember we have taken an plus 2 is equal to an plus 1 plus an. So if you put n equals to 10 here, you get A12 is equal to A11 plus A10, which is answer option B of the question. Subscribe the channel for your JEE preparation. Thanks for watching.